Dutch startup Lightyear is working to bring the Lightyear 1 solar electric vehicle into production. What sets the One apart from other vehicles on the market today are the solar panels mounted all over the car. These can charge the car's battery at a rate of 12 kilometers per hour or 7.5 miles per hour. Lightyear says that this will enable a range of up to 725 kilometers or 450 miles on the WLTP test cycle. In order to reach this sort of range, the company has had to make the One incredibly efficient. This means a teardrop-shaped design, enclosed wheels, and the addition of low rolling resistance tyres. This is why Lightyear just announced it's teamed up with Japanese supplier Bridgestone to fit the One with custom-designed, innovative tyres. The new tyres will give the One an efficiency boost of 3.1 watt-hours per kilometre, adding 28 kilometres or 17 miles of range to the vehicle. Here at Transport Evolved, we've frankly had Chinese EV startup Biten on death watch for some time now, though a $200 million deal with Foxconn did have us rethinking the company's prospects. But with bad news coming out of Biten Germany, things aren't looking so hot. Back in January, Biten Germany was already under insolvency investigations amidst reports that employees were not being paid and that the company's main building had had its lease terminated. But everything was complicated by the departure of Daniel Kirchert, former managing director of Biten's German operation. Now a court has ordered the provisional insolvency administration of the company, with Daniel Kirchert named as debtor since his position was never filed after he left the company for another Chinese EV startup. The whole situation is labyrinthian in its complexity, which German authorities feel may have been a deliberate attempt to delay the insolvency process. We're keeping an eye on things as they unfold, though this isn't the easiest story to follow, and when we know more, so will you. Ford has announced details of the performance variants of its Mustang Mach-E electric SUV. The Mach-E GT and Mach-E GT Performance take the pony-badged people hauler into true performance vehicle territory, and in doing so continue a decades-long tradition of the Ford Mustang being available in variants ranging from sporty-styled everyday car to an out-and-out track monster. Both of the new variants come up with a track mode, beefed-up motors, 480 horsepower, and in the case of the Performance Edition, Magna Ride suspension. That 480 horsepower is the same as the piston-powered Mustang Mach-1 Performance Coupe, but where the Mach-1 produces 420 pound-feet of torque, the Mach-E GT has 600, and the GT Performance 634. But you'll need to be prepared to pay for it. While the base model Mach-E starts at just under $40,000 before incentives, the Mach-E GT will set you back an eye-watering $60,000, and the GT Performance will be about $65,000. Hot on the heels of an announcement last week that it was committed to dumping the internal combustion engine for its automotive fleet by 2040, an announcement that came with the caveat that Honda is very much relying on hydrogen fuel cell and battery electric to reach that goal, Honda's two-wheel division is going electric too. While it didn't get as much coverage, Honda says it will begin its transition to electric motorcycles soon, with 3 new small-capacity electric motorcycles due to hit the marketplace by 2023. While it is fantastic to see Honda making its motorcycles electric as well, expect those initial vehicles to be the equivalent of 125cc bikes, with swappable battery packs for the urban environment. That said, Honda has said that it will introduce a motorcycle further into the future that it says will fit into the fun area of the motorcycle market rather than the urban mobility one. But given how far behind some of the competition it is, I'm not going to get excited just yet. Watch this space. Tesla is known for having ludicrous specs and advanced tech. That reputation was solidified when it announced the new Plaid versions of its Model S and Model X luxury cars. The soon-to-arrive Plaid Model S will be the first production car to do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, but unfortunately, Tesla has been experiencing a bit of a delay getting production of these new cars underway. Tesla says new Plaid Model S cars will begin deliveries very soon, but new orders are now backed up until early summer. Customers of other variants will need to wait a little longer. New orders of the long-range variant won't be delivered until August or September, and the new Model X won't arrive in any variant until this fall. The Plaid Plus Model S is not even scheduled to start deliveries until mid-2022. It's unknown which of these later wait times are a result of an order backlog, factory scheduling, or complications with production, but here's hoping they get fixed soon. Rivian is scheduled to start deliveries of its R1T electric pickup truck in June, and while this is still a couple of months away, we're still learning more and more about the R1T. This week, it was learned that the R1T will be sold with a removable roof option. Unfortunately, this option will not be available until mid-2022, and no pricing is currently announced. At the moment, only the Jeep Gladiator is available with this option, but of course the Hummer EV pickup is going to come with a removable roof when it arrives on the market in the not-too-distant future. Also, if images leaked on the Rivian forums are to be believed, Rivian will be announcing many more features and accessories for the R1T in the not-too-distant future. We don't know which images are real and which ones aren't yet, so keep your ears peeled and we'll let you know as we have more info. The UK has just announced it will soon begin allowing some forms of autonomous driving on the motorways in the country. In case you don't know, motorways in the UK are the fastest type of public road with speed limits of up to 70 miles an hour, which is about 113 kilometres per hour. The UK government has said that vehicles enabled with automated lane keeper systems, or ALKS, would be limited though to just 37 miles per hour, or 60 kph. This announced regulation means that automated lane-keeping systems will only be usable in stop-and-go traffic, and drivers won't need to pay attention to the road while the system is engaged, so ALKS will actually operate completely autonomously. But drivers will have to be ready to take over at any time after 10 seconds of warning from the car. Honestly, this feels like a real mixed bag. It's great to see governments regulating autonomous driving, but 37 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour motorway zone? That just seems dangerous.